All right, so today we have Miss Stephanie Waddell Robinson. Miss Stephanie, how are you doing today?
Fine.
Before we start, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
I got 7 brothers, no sisters. I like to go to a whole lot of sports now, which I didn't early since my grandchildren been born. I've been going to most sports. I didn't like football, and I still don't care for football because they too rough. I don't like to see them jumping all over my people and nobody else. It ain't got to be my turn. I don't like that because they could break up some bones, and you know I don't. I don't go for that. Mm-mm. I like peace. I don't like no hurt and harm and stuff. That makes me sad. If I see somebody doing good, my heart bubbles with joy. And that's what I like to see. Peace.
Peace. Yes, ma'am. My next question is, where are you from?
I'm from Riegelwood, North Carolina. I come out the woods, as they say, and the box number was 114, Route 114. My phone number back then was 910-655-4447.
I didn't know that.
But I
Wow.
really didn't have a phone when I left. Me and Greg and Winterbuck put the phone in after I left. But that's what the number was.
Wow. All I knew was 4349. You said 444.
910-655-4349 is the number that was
Right.
up here.
Right.
But down the road, that was the number down the road.
And 4447.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite color?
Red.
Has it always been red?
Yep.
Always.
I like red and black.
Red and black. Do you have a favorite number?
7.
7. Why 7?
Because I was born the 7th month. That's July.
Yes,
So I
ma'am.
like 7. Number 7 mean completion.
Yes, ma'am. Who were your parents?
Well, my daddy was William Theodore Waddell Sr. My mama was Adele Elizabeth Sutton Waddell.
So you're a Sutton and a Waddell.
Anna Daniels. My mama's mama was a Daniels.
Wow. Daniels too? Wow.
Yep.
What did they do growing up? Your mother and your father?
Well, my daddy always, that I can know and remember, he worked at Kaiser.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he did. My mama worked different places. She worked at the potato factory. She worked at an audio device. She worked in New York for a while. I don't know what she did up there, but she did a lot of jobs.
What's Kaiser?
A fertilizer factory.
Oh, wow.
That's where my daddy worked. My daddy was an artist. He was a barber. He was a carpenter. He was all a jack of all trades, but he chose just to work the Kaiser.
And you're an artist too. You can draw as well, can't you?
Yeah, I can draw too.
What are some other talents you have?
I love to read the Bible. I love to sing. That's some of my. I used to love to cook a lot, but after I got to working in a cafeteria and I seen so much food, I don't like to cook like I used to, but I would cook when I have to.
I understand. Tell me about your brothers.
Well, my oldest brother was Stanley. He lived in New York for a good while. Next was Pete. Pete worked down the International Federal Paper Mill. He worked down there. And Junior worked to Chock full of nuts in New York. And Bent worked, like on cars. He worked at Paris King and all that working there. He was a mechanic. Mike was also a mechanic, but Mike worked the Federal in Wilmington, but now there's no Federal in Wilmington, but he worked down there until he retired from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You left out some of them.
Oh, Greg. All I know Greg did was work as a salesperson. He started out, his first job was Sears and Roebuck's. He worked there.
Mm-hmm.
And he was at Rhodes Furniture for years. First he worked at Lowe's before he went to Rhodes Furniture.
Mm-hmm.
He worked there for years, and then Rhodes Furniture changed to Rooms to Go. And he been there ever since November. See, he been all, it's like, now Weenie Boy, Weenie Boy worked at a grocery store. He started out, that I remember, was Memories. He went from Memories to Food Lion, all around. He worked so many. He was something like assistant manager and stuff. He worked at food stores and stuff. That's where he made his career before his health began to fail.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What's the left out? Let's see, Stanley, Pete, Junior, Vint, Mike, Greg, and Winnie Boy.
That's it. You got them all.
Okay.
When are their birthdays?
Stanley's birthday is August the 3rd, 1944. Pete's birthday is May the 23rd, 1947. Junior's birthday is April the 7th, 1949.
Dang.
Vent's birthday is June the 25th, 1950. Mike's birthday is October the 12th, 1952. Greg's birthday is June 24th, 1955. Weenie Boy's birthday is May the 15th, 1958. He about to have a birthday right up.
Yeah, he got
next
10
week.
more days.
Yeah.
So, wow, you know their birthdays and what year they were born.
Yeah, I know everything, but don't ask me the age because I have to cipher that.
That's okay. What about your parents' birthdays?
My dad was born September the 15th, 1922. My mama was born November the 17th, 1922. If they'd have lived to see this year, they would have been 104.
1922.
1922.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
What about your grandparents?
Now, my Mary, ever since I can remember her, she's been like in a wheelchair or whatever because she had bad diabetes and she had both her legs amputated. So she didn't do that. My daddy Bish, I think he worked down the cows or somewhere or whatever. So who else she needed to know about?
Do you know your great-grandparents?
Oh, I know Mom back.
Mom back.
That was Daddy Bish's mama.
Okay.
I know the, let's see, Mom Mary was my mama's mama.
Uh-huh.
Grandma Mariana was my daddy's mama. His daddy's name was George Waddell.
Wow.
And Daddy Bish was my mama's daddy.
Okay.
So I can tell you that. And what else you needed though?
Okay. That was your great-grandparents. Do you know your great-great-grandparents?
Oh, no, that's for my time.
Right.
But Daddy Bish was
Okay.
really not my great-granddaddy. Daddy Bish was my granddaddy because that was
Right.
my mama's daddy.
Okay.
And George Waddell and Grandma Mariana was my mama, my daddy's and mama and daddy.
Wow.
And my Mary was my mama's mama, and Daddy Bish was my daddy's daddy. And my mama's mama and my mama's daddy.
Yes, ma'am. So, in your lifetime, you've been a lot of places.
We used to go to Ohio every year. Every year faithfully. We went up there. We went to King's Dimension. We went to Carowinds. We went to New York. We passed through a lot of states going to these places. But children, we always took them places so they can get on the amusement stuff. They love to go to Carowinds, King's Dimension, Six Flags over Georgia. We went a lot of places when it was small.
Yes, ma'am. Even playing ball. Where are some places you've been playing ball? Watching the kids play ball.
Oh my goodness. I see, we went to Mississippi, I know. And I can't remember all this stuff, but we went so many schools. Don't ask me the name of the schools because I'm not good with names, but I'm good with faces and stuff. But when it comes down to naming something, don't ask me because I'm kind of a little bit on the low side. I don't know. But they been so many places I can't even think of them. But that's when I traveled the most, when the grandchildren came along, trying to follow them and everything. And I didn't care for baseball, but I learned to love baseball and I learned to know about it. But just like I say, football, I ain't like all that tackling and throwing them down. And one person got the ball. Whoever got the ball, the whole team come down behind them, fall down on them, and that's what I didn't like at all. That was too much for me. I didn't care for that.
Also, in your earlier years with your grandchildren, your favorite grandson was somewhere far away. Where was that?
All my favorite grandchildren, is every one of them. Now, Kasheen say he's the favorite. Lulu say he's the favorite. All the rest of them say they the favorite, but I love them all. I might can't do as much as I used to do for Kasheen because he was the only grand back then, and it was a little bit easier. But I think all these grands, I try to do the same for each one of them that I can. If I can't do it, I just can't do it.
So, when your favorite grandson was the first, where did you go to meet him at? How far was that? Do you remember?
Well, he was born right there in Wilmington.
Whenever his dad was in the military.
Oh, we went to, Arizona, went to Arizona. I never been on an airplane before until the oldest grand. He came home, his mama sent him home. And me and his granddaddy had to take him back to Arizona. So we went out to Arizona. Then we went to California too, because Alex, he took us on a boat ride or something. I remember that. I also been to Buffalo, New York. Reverend Maceo Freeman was the pastor, and Reverend Franz Brown was our pastor. And we went up there to sing and everything, and it was a big old church. I mean, I say big. It was one of the biggest churches I ever seen. They didn't have no air conditioning. They had a big old fan about like that there. And I got hot, but first I was wet with sweat, and I got in front of that fan. Caught the scrap throat, had to go back. When it was on the way back home, we stopped the Golden Corral, and I love to stop the Golden Corral. And Addie Bell told me, say, "You not gonna eat?" I said, "I can't eat." I said, "My throat hurting. I'm sick. I ain't got no appetite or nothing." So that's why I went to Dr. Collins over there in Delco. That's where he was at there. He said, "You get these antibiotics, go home and go to bed because you got scrap throat." So now, if you turn the fan on, I don't turn it directly on me. Put it on, but angle it. I don't let nobody put the fan directly on me. That's the reason why.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So you say you was working in the cafeteria and you seen a lot of food, so that made you stop wanting to cook as much.
Yeah.
Even though you still cook after that, what are some of your favorite things to cook?
Cabbage, collards, mustard green, macaroni and cheese, stewed beef and rice, pork chop casserole. I like to cook different things. I will cook ham and turkey and whatever. I made a lot of biscuits back then. I made cornbread and different things.
Wow. When I was growing up, you used to have a garden over here.
Yes, I did. In the back, I had butter beans, I had collard greens, I had cabbage, I had okra, I had corn, I had watermelon, I had cantaloupes. I had it all. All I had to do when I had to cook, if I wanted some mustard greens or collards or something, go out my back door, bring them in, clean them, wash them, put them in the pot and cook them. But now I'm disabled, I can't plant no more. But I asked God to help me with that way I won't have to worry so much of what I can't do, but help me to do the things that I can do.
Yes, ma'am. Wow. All right, so what kind of equipment did y'all have back there in the garden? What kind of farming equipment, or tractors, or what did you use?
They had tractors. Papa would really diss up the field for me. He would make the rows. And he also had the plow where you make the rows with, and then I did the rest. I planted the food out there, whatever had to be planted. And then when it's time to lay it by, get the grass and stuff out of, Papa did all of that.
But you planted it all by hand?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. My next question is, talk about your church.
Oh, Mount Pleasant AME Zion Church is the church that I know of, the church that I always went to. But a lot of times we had other engagements, anniversaries, and different things. I went to other churches. But I became a member of Mount Pleasant when I was around about 12 years old.
12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
How much has Mount Pleasant changed from then till now?
A whole lot. I mean, a whole lot. Because we started out, when we started, it was an old church, an old wooden church with wooden floors, a pot belly heater. That was one of them heaters that you put wood in and you put the thing and get it going. Then we had that. We had fans. We didn't have no air conditioning or nothing. And we had, I probably had they had an outhouse, but all I know was we had a bathroom. That's what.
That's how you know you got a bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, was there ever a church on Cemetery Road?
Somebody said it was, but don't ask me because I don't know nothing about that.
And was this always named Cemetery Road, or was it named something else before?
No. It wasn't named till they really start going around putting names to highways and dirt roads and stuff. They named this Cemetery Road because it got two cemeteries on it.
Mm-hmm.
It got a church cemetery, and back in the woods is named Brown Cemetery. So that's why we would give it a name Cemetery Road.
Yes, ma'am. Name some of the churches that you've been to.
Oh my goodness. I went to Evergreen, St. Paul, St. John, Bethel, Grimm's Chapel, Pleasant Union. I could just go on and on and on and on. I probably forget some, so I just say I went to a lot of churches.
Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is, what schools did you attend growing up?
It was called Armo. When I went to school out there, it was Armo High School. So when I got in the 7th grade, they had integrated the schools, and I had to go to Delco, so it became junior and senior high at Delco High School.
Mm-hmm.
Then on the schools I went. So I took up some courses at right there at Southeastern, like so I could be a substitute teacher or something like that. I took some things there, but I never went but two schools. That was Armo and at Delco High School. But I also worked at East Columbus.
And what does integrated mean?
That means like whites used to go to their school, blacks used to go to their school, Indians or whatever go. When they integrated, they put us all together. It made no difference what we was.
And what grade were you in when they integrated?
7.
And what happened before that?
We was just a black school.
Why was it like that?
I have no idea that because they just got to the place like we all communicate real good now, and I'm kind of glad of that.
Mm-hmm.
Before we didn't have no dealings really with the different colors and stuff, but now we come together as a whole and we all associate with each other.
So what about your parents or your grandparents? How did they grow up school-wise?
They went to one school and they was not integrated, and I think my mom and daddy went right out there to Alma, but it wasn't that school. It was another school, a big old school with a pot belly heater. As I said, pot belly heater, that meant a wood heater.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they heated the stuff.
So when they were in school, was it only the schools that was not integrated, or was it their whole entire life?
All the entire life that I know of, it wasn't integrated.
I mean, were there other things besides schools that weren't integrated when they were living?
A lot of places, like different
what?
restaurants and different things, we weren't allowed to go in the front. We had to sit in the back and eat or whatever.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious?
Yeah. But thanks God, things not like it used to be. Things is much better. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am. So you remember going places where you have to go in the back door to eat food?
Yeah.
Wow.
You had to take the back. You couldn't go through the front.
Wow.
But I don't hate none of them. That's just the way we were brought up. We
Yes,
know no
ma'am.
better. But as we got older, we learn better. And we can love each other like it's a good thing to love each other because you don't know who might come to your rescue when you need help.
Yes, ma'am. Talk about your children.
Well, Tasha is the oldest, Mika is the middle, and Tret is the baby. I always wanted a girl because I had no sisters. I had 7 brothers. I said, Lord, let me have a girl. Let me have a girl. So when Tasha was born, I was so happy I did have that girl. So when I had 2 other children, I had 2 more girls. So I say the prayer kept on going till I didn't get a son. I had 3 girls, but I wouldn't trade them for nothing. But I would have liked to have a son, but I wouldn't trade my girls for nothing.
What are their birthdays?
Okay. Tasha is November the 26th, 1976. Mika is July the 18th, 1979. Tret is May the 20th, 1982.
Mm. Okay. So, when you had these 3 children, who gave you your first grandchild?
Tamika,
Oh, what did she have?
she had a boy and his name was Kashane.
Mm.
Yeah, I had the first boy. So then,
The favorite.
most of the time, when the children had children, I had grandsons with. I was the only girl. Then I had no I didn't think I was gonna have a granddaughter because of the way the pattern went. I had no sisters and stuff. So the Track came along, the baby girl. All the other 2 had all boys. Track come along, she had all girls. So she said, Mama, you the reason why I had all girls, because you was the only one that had all the girls. The rest of them had boys.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, are all 3 of your daughters the same, or are they different people? Like, are they all act the same way? They similar?
No, everybody got different ways, that different attitude and different things they like and different things they don't like. Because you can take identical twins and they got something different that the one might like and the other may not like.
Mm-hmm. Can you describe each one of your daughters and their personalities?
Well, Tasha was a shy girl. She didn't do too much talking. She didn't do too much gathering. But Mika talked so much to Miss Troy, her teacher, her 2nd grade teacher, told me, she said, I don't know where to put Tamika. Everywhere I put her, she found somebody to talk to. The only place I can put her now is put her outside the door because she talks so much. And Trap was in between there. She came along, she talked and she talked and she talked. But Tasha really was, back then, she really was the quietest child that I had. But when Mika went to school, in kindergarten, I rushed down there because I thought she was going to cry and carry on because she didn't want to leave home. I went down there, went to the kindergarten place. She said, Mama, what you doing in here? Go back home. But when I went to the 2nd grade, Tasha was down there crying.
Mm.
She was crying because she wanted her pencil sharpener and she was scared to act. So I said, this your Aunt Letha. I said, you talk to her, anything you need, you let her know. Don't be sitting up here crying and you need something. And then Aunt Letha told her, say, yeah, baby, anything you want, just come to Aunt Letha.
Mm-hmm.
I can get it for you.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, so I had 3 girls, but each one of them had different attitudes.
Mm-hmm. Talk about your husband.
My husband's a joker. He loved to tell people you got something on your face, and they be just a rubbing, and it's a smile. He say, you got something green on your shirt or something orange on your shirt, and they be just a rubbing, just a rubbing. He said, that's the color of your shirt. So that's the way he made people. He always talk and cut the food and try to get somebody. He asked them something, and then he'll turn around and answer it for them.
When is his birthday?
July 28th, 1955.
And how did y'all meet?
Well, first, he was a bus driver, but he didn't pay me no attention. I used to stay with Pete and Lois.
Mm.
And I looked in, I had a little crush on him, but I never let him know. So when I really come in contact with Papa, I went to the Grove. And everybody was out there dancing and cutting up. And I was sitting in the corner right by myself. Wouldn't say, because I was always a shy girl, but I ain't shy no more. I was sitting over in the corner. Here come Papa. He come over there and he started talking to me and talking and talking and talking. So time to go home. I think he took me home. And one day, the funniest thing, I was trying to hide from him. Because he would keep on coming and say, tell him I ain't home, tell him I ain't home, tell him I ain't home. And he goes out to the Grove with my mama. He said, what is that? She said, she home, I left her home. He said, but I just went there and she wasn't home. The children told me she went home. So he turned around and come back to the house, and that's where he saw me at.
Man, how long have y'all been married?
50 years plus. We went together more than that, and we last year, August the 20th, 1975 was when we got married. But last year was our 50th anniversary. That was 2025. We married 50 years.
Did y'all do anything special for the 50th anniversary? Or?
Yeah, the children, the grandchildren, and everybody in the country or wherever they was at, they kept that from me because they say, Mama, you can't fool Mama. She know everything, which I don't. Say, you ain't gonna fool. They got that one over on me. They told me they was having a birthday party for Santana. So I goes out there with a birthday card in my hand, and as I opened the door, I was gonna say, "Happy birthday to Santana." Well, open the door, I was surprised. Everybody in there just looking around. I was so shocked, and Papa was just as shocked as I was, because he didn't. And I rode out Lassie every day to the center, and she never breathed it to me. And I'm surprised Kiki kept it, because she usually don't keep stuff. But she kept that. They kept that from me. Now, they got me. If they don't never get me no more, they got me.
Did Papa propose to you?
Yeah, he asked me to marry him.
How was that?
That was good. And see, when I graduated, my graduation gift was a ring.
What?
Yep, he put it on my finger on graduation night. So we become engaged. And then when I got out of school in June, got married in August.
2 months.
Yeah.
Wow. That's all right. Did y'all have a honeymoon or anything?
Well, when we first got married, we went to New York where my brother Junior worked. He working down there. And they carried us around. We stayed down there for a week. And we went to the Empire State Building.
Wow.
The tallest building in the United States. We went there and we observed it and everything. But the main thing was left here, it was hot. That was in September. We got down like the frozen. We had to go buy some jackets. It was cold. That's just how different the weather was from here to there. That's right.
Okay, so also when you went to New York, you was in Buffalo, I believe, or Albany, and you went to a different country. You remember that?
Yeah, we went to Canada.
How was that?
Wet, and I was lost. I mean, like, it was fun, but the first time I ever been out of the United States, because I had never been out the United States before.
Man, so you done left the country before?
No. In the country? Yeah, I left the country. Because if I go right there to Wilmington, I'm out of the country.
No. You're right. You're right. So somebody told me when you were younger, you used to jump over bushes.
I did.
What was that about?
It was the only girl and 7 boys, and I, little bit of tomboy, I did a lot of things that they used to do. I tried to do them, and I would jump over bushes. So now the children ask me, say, Ma, and the grandchildren too, can you go jump over? I said, oh no, I can't jump on no bushes now. I said, back then I could, but my health won't provide me to do that no more. I can't do it.
All right, so your husband had has brothers and sisters too. Can you name all of them?
No, I can try.
Okay.
I know on his side I can probably name them.
Okay.
It was Faye. It was Linda. It was Early. No, it was Faye. Then it was Ingrid. I'm just naming the girls first. Faye, Ingrid, Linda, Erling, Lisa, and who else I left out? Penny. Okay, the boys was Bubble, Tall Boy, and Dara. It was 4 boys and 6 girls.
Wow. Do you know their birthdays or no?
Some of them I do. Don't ask me the
That's
birthdays.
okay. What about Papa's parents?
His mama, Audrey. She was very active. She worked down at the Federal, and she worked some other places, but I couldn't really tell you where she worked at. But she was a working woman to help take and feed her children. Now she was a work, and his daddy. I didn't know too much about his daddy until we learned him, and then he's a nice man. I like to be around him. He's loved to talk about the years and different things that we didn't know about. He would tell us. Same thing with my mother-in-law. A lot of things I didn't know that she could tell me that I didn't know.
Could you talk about your neighbor on this side?
Dot and Buster. We began to be close to them. Sort of like a brother and a sister or whatever. We were real close to them. Because Miss Eula, that's Buster's mama, she was my adopted mama. My mama died when she was 64. Her mama died when she was 64. Miss Eula died, she was almost 104. But I had my mama 30-some years and I had Miss Eula 30-some years. So I had both of them 30 years apart. So she stepped right in. And I liked about her, she didn't sugarcoat nothing. If something she wanted to tell you, she was going to tell you whether you like it or not. She was going to tell you. And I appreciate that about her.
And how old was she?
If she'd have lived this, she died in 2018. If she'd have lived to see April of 2018, she would have been 104.
Wow. Wow. All right, so my next question is, can you name some of Papa's brothers and sisters' children?
Oh my goodness. Okay, you know Papa is Tasha Meekentred. Faye had Tavis and Junior. Bubble had one child, but he had stepchildren. He had one child gone. Okay, Penny, a girl and a boy. Ingrid.
You remember Penny's? Do you remember their names?
Now, I'm good with faces, but names I can't. Okay, what was Kira was the girl.
Yep, Kira.
And what's the boy name? God knows. I can't call his name, but I know him just as good. And
okay.
who else I said? Linda had one girl. Erlene had 2 boys. Lisa had 2 boys. Tall Boy had a girl and a boy by the first girl. He had a girl and a boy by the one he going with now. So the one he married. So he had actually 2 girls and 2 boys. He had them.
And your children's children, can you name them?
Okay. I'm going to start with the oldest. Tasha was Lewis. And the other one, you know, we call him Trey. His name is Adrian. Okay. Mika.
Can you say their whole names? Can you say their whole names?
Oh my goodness, you're going to get... wait a minute. Kasheen Marquise Robinson.
What's his birthday?
July the 22nd, 1979. Not 97. I got it correct. 97. Okay, and
The
then
most important.
no, all of them are. And then it was A and D. Now, don't ask me that. I know one of them got Devon, and one of them got Jaleel, whatever. I don't know too much about their middle name because I never called it. But I know the first name. Okay, who else is it? Okay, Tasha. I done told you who Tasha had, right? Okay, Tasha was Lewis Harvey, the third or fourth, whatever. Anyway, and it was Adrian Travion Shipman. Okay, then Mika, Kasheen, I call her Adrian and Devon, but I called them A and D.
What's their birthdays?
July the 5th. What year is it? You would have to get, I can't think of it. 2008.
And what's Lewis and Adrian birthdays?
I know the birthday. Lewis is born October the 12th. I can't remember the year. And Trey was born December the 1st. And I can't remember the year. The years is random, but I remember the years of everything else. But I do know when your birthday.
Right.
Can't tell me I don't know when your birthday, because I know when your birthday comes.
You remember what year I was born? That's all that matters.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, that's all that
You
matters.
stayed right here with us. That's why I know the year. Now, if I sit back and think for a while, I probably could bring you the year.
They're not important. It's okay.
Yes, they is
They're not
important. Just as important as you is.
So now, Aunt Trick daughters.
Okay. Azaria Stephanie Mosley. Kiara Latrette Mosley.
When was their birthdays?
That was she was born June the 26th, Azaria was. Kiara was born July the 10th. Don't ask me the year. I have to stop and figure that out too.
And Adrian middle name is O'Neal, and Devon middle name is
Jaleel.
and Lewis middle name is Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so
You got to think of something.
I got some more questions for you. What is Black History to you, or Black History Month?
Black History Month is good to me because that shows our trades and what happened back then and could educate me and the children and anybody else that didn't know about it, because it's a lot of the Black History stuff I don't know. I'm still learning, but I'm glad that somebody stepped out to help us to know about these things.
How long have you been going to sports games?
Oh my goodness, all my marriage, because of the fact we started out going to basketball games, even if they wasn't our children. Some of them was our cousins, some of them was our nieces, some of them was our nephews, but we went to all the games just like we do now. My husband loves sports, and I went to all the games too, most of them. I might have missed some, but I don't think he really missed too many.
Okay. Did Buster and Miss Dottie have any children?
Yeah, they had three. That was Alex, Shannon, and Trey. Alex, Shannon, and Travis.
Do you know their birthdays?
Oh, I know Travis is born on the day that Mika was born, the 18th.
What?
Miss Dottie, you were born on Miss Dottie's birthday, the 22nd of July. Now, Shannon, she was born in December, but I'm not sure the date. She was born in December.
All right, so you said a lot of July birthdays. Can you name those?
So,
Some of them. Name what you can.
it's Melvin. It's me.
When is Melvin's?
Melvin, July the 1st.
Okay.
And he was born, what was it, 1981? Because of Trey, he wasn't but a year older than Trey. And who else is he? It was the twins. It was Mika's. It was Kai Shane's. It was Papa. Well, you know, I told you I was born the second. I was born the second. I brought it in and Papa carried it out. That's the way I look at it.
So,
And it's a whole lot of Miss Dottie over there, and Mr. Jean Wilson, and Bay, and her husband was born in July. Oh, July just took over a lot of things. A lot of people. If I had to sit here and try to tell you everybody born in July, I don't think I could do it.
that's okay. That's all right. Now, you have nieces and nephews too. Can you name them and their birthdays?
I don't know. I don't know. Junior had about 18 grandchildren, about 7 great-grands, and I forgot how many great-grands. I don't know because they never lived on this end.
Well, the ones you can name, it's okay.
Okay, Junior has Terrence, Charmaine, and Tina. Those are 3 girls, 2 girls and a boy. And next, Pete had.
And can you name their birthdays?
No.
Okay. That's okay.
Don't have me name
That's
it.
okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
And then Pete had 3 girls and a boy. Pam, Lynette, it was TJ, well, Yolanda, and then TJ.
Yeah.
Okay, who is next? Lynette, Fiona had a son, Antoine. Okay, next king, who's he? It was P. Junior. Vint had 2 girls. Mike, one boy.
What were their names?
Okay,
Uncle Vent.
Uncle Vince was Naya and Marlena.
Okay.
And who else?
Tyrell.
Tyrell.
Oh no, Uncle Mike. Sorry.
Mike, Tyrell. Who else? Let's see. I told you about Junior. I told you about Pete. I told you about Vint. I told you about Mike. Gray didn't have any. Winnie Boy didn't have any. And then about how many is? Help me out here now. You know I can't.
Uncle Stanley.
Uncle Stanley. He got 2 boys that I know of. That was Alton, where we call Boo. And then it was Stanley Jr.
Who was Alton? Do I know him?
No, he died before you were born, I think.
Okay.
Either you were so young you wouldn't remember. That was Stanley's oldest son.
So now, your brothers, can you name your brother's grandchildren?
No way! Too many. Especially if I get to Junior, I never get through.
Okay, what about Uncle Mike's grandchildren?
He only got 2, and that's I call him with it. You know, I ain't good with names. I'm not good with names. The girl, what's her name? What's her name? I can't help me out here now. Can't do it. I can't remember.
It's okay. One of them is named Braylon.
Braylon, that's the boy. And Braylon's sister's similar to his name, Brianna, whatever. Don't quote me to it now, I'm trying.
What about Uncle Pete?
Oh.
His grandchildren.
Pam didn't have any. I'm thinking about the great grands. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Asia was Pam's daughter. Lynette was Antoine's mama. Yolanda, Simone, and I call her Patters. I really just learned her name was Naya. I called her Patters all her life, and I thought her name was Patters.
Me too.
Then there was TJ. Don't ask me the church name. I know. He had, let's see, 1, 2, I think it's 3 girls and 2 boys, or 2 girls and 2 boys. Something like that. I can't name them. I know them when I see them. Because Braylon, whatever.
Braden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was one, and then what was the girl name up in East Arcata? Aaliyah.
Aaliyah. Yep.
And that boy name I don't know. And who else was it? He had 3 girls. I can't think of the other right. What is it? Oh, you don't know. Just they know I love them. I just can't remember everything.
I remember Braden and Leah. I can't remember the other one either. Okay, so every time I see you outside the house, you have jewelry on.
I love jewelry.
Talk about that.
I have loved jewelry ever since I was small. Even if it didn't cost but a dime, I would put the ring on my finger. I love necklaces. I love earrings. I just love jewelry. And I like mostly hanging earrings. I don't know. I just feel more comfortable in them. I love myself some jewelry now.
What kind of jewelry do you have on right now?
Rings. A marriage ring. And this here, that's just a ring I got because I liked it. That there was a ring I got from Winnie Boy. I got this one from, what was the name of that store? I can't think of it. Anyway, this one here came from Kmart. That came from Kmart. And this one, I don't remember where it come from. No, this came from Tasha. Okay, and then I had another one where the children gave me a, what you call it, Pandora. I gotta have it fixed because it's a little catch or something. It came off my arm week before last, and I went in Dollar General, General Dollar, which is it? And I helped my head to come out, and I looked down beside the car when I get ready to get in it. That was my Pandora. I said, Lord, thank you. Because I would have not known. Somebody would have picked it up. That would have been it. So I'm going to get that catch fixed before I put it back on because I don't want to lose that. Watch. I love watches too. And I will watch ever since I can remember. And then if I go away and forget my watch all day long, I'm looking at my own. I'm looking at my own. Because I'm so used to wearing the watch.
All right, so do you speak any other languages?
No, I don't know nothing but it's better to speak English and talk about something. But I know one word in French. And Greg taught me that, Femme la bouche. And I said, Greg, what that mean? Shut up. But Uncle Mac taught me bobletting, how to do his daddy in bobletting. Juggo hash, nunny yak, such you tut, tuttle nine. That was Johnny Sutton. Yeah, that's the only thing I know. I don't know nothing else.
All right, so my next question is, how many pastors have you had at Mount Pleasant that you can remember?
One.
You can name them.
Reverend Akins, Reverend Reverend Akins, Reverend Subs, Reverend Dooley, Reverend Daniels, Reverend McCoy, Reverend Dooley, Reverend Moore, Reverend Kinder, Reverend Neely, Reverend, who else is? Brown. Yeah, Reverend Brown. That man did.
Waddell.
Yeah, he didn't preach. He wasn't a preacher. Just what Reverend the man that just died not too long ago. What's his name? Oh God, I can't think of his name for nothing. Reverend Asabur. Who else was it?
Oh, I go to Cleveland. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, but he didn't. He said how many preachers they went somewhere else. They preached a trial sermon there, and that was it.
Reverend Jacobs.
Yeah, Reverend Eloise Jacobs. For that son, Reverend Vivian been there for over 9 years, but I'm trying to think of the man named
Thomas
he
Jacobs.
met Calv and his wife. You know what I'm talking about now?
Yeah, no,
I can't think of his name for nothing. It might come back to me later, but right now. McCaffrey. Reverend McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
Where is this? Let me see.
Reverend Donald Boyd.
Reverend, he preached his trial sermon, then they gave her a church again. Is Reverend, there's some more of them. Let's see. I said Reverend Julia. That's all I can think of right now.
Oh, you missing one when I was a little boy.
Maps.
Yeah, real Maps.
I didn't say Reverend Maps.
Maybe you did. I can't remember. I know you said Reverend
I said Reverend
Suggs.
Aiken, Reverend Aikens.
That's okay. All right. My next question for you is, you used to say this a lot. When you were younger, y'all didn't have cars. Y'all had...
Mule and wagons.
What is a mule and wagon?
A mule is just like a horse. You know what a horse is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just different names. We had a mule and wagon. We went everywhere in the mule and wagon. If we went to town somewhere, my mom and them hired somebody to carry us down there because we didn't ride that down there. We would usually ride them up to Daddy Bishop's and put in the tobacco, and stuff like that. But
Did y'all have a name for the mule?
had a mule named Whitey. It was Snow White. And
Red.
yeah. Daddy Bishop had a mule named Kate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, had a mule named Minnie.
Mm-hmm. What else?
And the mules were used to farm with and for transportation, pulling the wagon back and forth to church.
Mm-hmm.
Or going to get groceries. Or going somewhere to plow somebody's garden. They used to go back and forth.
Wow.
They used to put in tobacco, and they would have them little things you mash, and then put it over there, make the hole, and put the tobacco thing down in it all at the same time.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so transplanter, yeah. All right, so what was the wagon like? Because that was way before my time. So could you like?
seen on Little House on the Prairie how they had them wagons?
Mm-hmm.
That's how the wagon looked.
What?
Yeah, we just get in there and sit down on the floor of the wagon or whatever.
Wow.
We don't go to church anywhere we want to go.
Did it have like an apron around it, or was it open? Open.
It didn't have that you talking about
Canopy,
that canvas like
yeah.
on Little House. It was open.
It was open.
They
yeah.
had seats on there for the driver, the front seat, like a little. It was all the way across the wagon in the front.
Like a bench.
Spring loaded. It was spring loaded.
What?
Yeah, spring loaded.
It bounced. It
Wow. What kind of wheels were on it?
Wagon wheels.
Spokes.
Spokes.
Mhm.
Were they wooden?
Yeah.
No.
Wooden spokes with
Y'all
metal
rode
frames around it.
Yeah.
on wooden wheels with metal frames?
We sure did.
Wow.
And that's on the kind of transportation we had.
Wow. Are you serious?
It's right at church.
We didn't even have a bathrooms out there. They got married and left there.
So what y'all used before a
We call
bathroom?
them an outhouse. It's a toilet on the outside. We used them.
Outhouse.
An outhouse. So what's on the inside of an outhouse?
The stool where you sit on and use.
Stool where you sit on, and had a lid in there, and had a whole bunch of newspapers on the floor that you used to use.
Used to what?
Paper.
What you
To
put
wipe? Y'all had to wipe with newspaper?
If you didn't have no toilet tissue.
Wow. How did that feel compared to toilet tissue?
It was stiff.
Yeah.
Balling, keep balling it up and stuff, and soften it up. But that's what it was.
Never in my life have I ever wiped with newspaper.
Cause you didn't
Wow.
come along when we came along. That's why if you come along like
Wow.
that,
I
you
would've did
would
it too.
have.
Man. Okay, so in the outhouse, what was it made of?
Well, we had a cinder block at our house. Most people had a wood. Daddy Bitch had a wood one with double toilet seats in it. I was like
What?
a single one. Yeah, had double toilet seats in it.
So y'all can use the bathroom at the same time.
Yeah.
Did that happen often?
We did.
Okay. On the inside, it wasn't like insulated or nothing, was it?
No,
Just like a little straight building.
building.
Did it have a roof?
And there was a
Yeah, it had a
commode.
top on it.
One thing had a commode, and the commode had a lid over it.
How did y'all flush?
We didn't
Let's
flush.
flush.
We had to put acid in there to eat it up when it got too full.
What?
A big deep hole.
Yeah.
A big deep hole.
Wow.
Commode sitting over the top there.
Yeah.
And the lid
Wow.
over it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so deep you ain't have to worry about
Yeah.
all that. You went right there.
We put
Right there where the
we used that
Septic tank.
pecan tree at.
yeah.
The second
Whoa.
The light we would use the acid. Oh, what you call that stuff? You pour it in there and eat the stuff up. Was something like acid? Yeah.
They use red eggs now.
Red eggs, yeah.
Red eggs now.
Okay. So like, were there any bugs or spiders in there?
Anything. We run out of there. Yeah, those spiders. Sometimes snakes would go up in there.
Snakes in the outhouse?
I see it wasn't sealed up.
That's what I'm right.
You had the door closed and you had opening all around it.
Man.
You don't want to be in this closed up, sealed up. You do. So you
Man.
gonna smell. You got to have some air. You got to have some ventilation.
It had a door on it. You open the door.
Snakes in the outhouse while using the bathroom.
Not
No.
Not while you using it, but where you use the bathroom.
They could go in there.
Wow. Wow.
If I saw the snake and I sure wouldn't have went in there.
Wow. Okay, so my next question is, when you after the mule and wagon, what kind of cars did you have? Did y'all have?
We ain't had no car. We was growing up. We had a mule and wagon. That was our car. And we had to hire somebody to carry us somewhere if we had to go to town to the doctor or somewhere like that. We had no vehicle.
Well, what was your first car that you got?
Well, when I got married, he had a Cougar, a black Cougar.
74 Mercury.
First, he had a Capri. Little bit, that's what he got in that wreck with. Capri.
It was blue,
Blue.
and had a Mr. Capri
Sign on the
on
front
the
of
front
it.
of it. Mm-hmm.
Try to outrun the cops.
Whoa, they don't need to hear all that. They don't need to hear all that. They don't need to hear that part.
I had a 61 Pontiac Bonneville,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went and got a 62 Pontiac Bonneville.
Mm.
Then I got another 62 Bonneville and took the motor out. The old one I had because it was bent up. I got it, bought it from Jim Shaw
Wow.
and put the motor in that one because the body was good on that. And I ran that until I got a 65 Chevrolet Impala. I got that from Long Beach Shaw, Sonny Boy Shaw.
Mm-hmm.
It was green. And ran that until I got my Capri.
Mm-hmm.
And in the meantime, then I used to drive Mr. Lonnie Shaw. He had a 72 Ford pickup, green. And you seen that.
What was his name?
His name was Lonnie Shaw.
Mr. Lonnie Shaw. What was the truck name?
Truck name was
Froggy.
We called it Froggy.
Froggy.
It was
Yeah.
an F-100 Ford.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to South Carolina with it. I went to That's the furthest I drove to South Carolina. We used to drive to the back of market.
And it wasn't an automatic.
No, it was 3-speed.
The stick shift.
3-speed on the
It
column.
was on the handle up to
It was
around the
3-speed on the
steering
column.
wheel.
3-speed on the column. You had to shift gears on the column.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wasn't on the floor like most of them.
Did
So
you?
I had a 69 Ford Fairlane also with flow shift.
Flow shift. How was
Go
that?
in the flow.
Four in the flow.
We had a
I got
Burgundy
it
Regal. It was an 83 Burgundy Regal. We had a white Buick LeSabre. We had a Corsica blue. I had I don't know what year it was. We had a Nissan Stanza.
That was a 7 Corsica.
We had a Nissan Stanza.
That was an 88.
Tasha had a Cavalier, and she had a Honda which she bought from CJ.
Tasha got the Stanza ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And we got another car. She went out to college.
Right. That car you had that was 4 on the floor, where'd you get that one from?
4 in the flow.
You bought a car from Tina Freeman, didn't you?
Yep. Tina
Light
Freeman.
blue.
They were on 7476.
Mm-hmm.
Reverend Tina Freeman now.
What's the fastest you ever been? You first in a car.
That's a good question. I don't know. Probably about 80.
Y'all went 90 going to the last home game, away game.
You
Falls
talking
Lake.
about back then. You ain't talking
In
now.
general, yeah, y'all went
wasn't
96. You
It
was in the car?
I said, but I wasn't driving.
Okay. Yeah, y'all was going 96. You can say, you could get in. Let's say you. Alright, so, do you got any questions for him? I mean, it's okay. Y'all, the youngest boy grandson just came in, Trey. And yeah, he behind the camera though. If you want to show your face, you can. If not, you cool. We good. You can say, you can ask a question if you want.
Show your face.
Their life, them growing up.
You already asked how they first met, didn't you?
We used to silk the corn.
What?
Break the corn off the thing and silk it. Let the
Watch
silk
this.
come down and we plaited it for the hair.
Wait a minute.
We plaited.
We shut the corn first.
And
We
what you
didn't
make?
peel it all the way.
I don't.
Yeah.
We had dog. We had a sock doll. We would take a sock and stuff it with full of stuff and get some big buttons and made the eyes and the nose and stuff.
Y'all made baby dolls out of corn,
Socks.
Socks.
We
out of
socks
socks,
out of socks.
and used the corn for hair.
That was a different. We used the corn for the child, and then we put it down, and we could braid it up or do it however we
Wow.
want to do it.
Saw that powwow all the time.
No,
Yeah.
y'all used to braid corn hair on a
Braid
baby
it up.
doll. Now what you
Silk.
say?
There was a
That's
silk
what I
on the
saw
On a
corn.
piece of corn,
We
the
got
silk.
to it and they were still doing it. Like,
The silk
That's
on the
crazy.
corn is what we plaited.
Yes,
we
ma'am.
had to peel it down some so we could pull the silk down so we could plait it.
Yes, ma'am.
Next time you out, you see some full of your corn. Look at it good.
Look at the silk. The silk.
Green ear corn.
Yes,
And
sir.
you see the silk at the end of it.
Yes, sir. You said the fastest you drove was 80.
No, I ain't drive no 80. I said I was in the car
Okay.
running 80 miles an
Okay,
hour.
but you went 96 2 weeks ago at Falls
That
Lake.
wasn't me. It was him.
You were in the car.
I said I rode, but I didn't drive.
Okay. What about you, Papa? What's the fastest you ever been in a
Oh
car?
my goodness.
You said 96. I said 100.
Now, what were your 3 fastest cars that you had?
3 fastest cars I had was that Mercury Capri.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to drive a 70 Ford Torino. I drove a blue 70 Ford Torino that belonged to me. It belonged to Howard Jacobs.
Yes, sir.
It had a 429 in it with a 4-speed. And it flew.
Me.
It flew.
Mm.
It would hide the needle. The needle had 120 on the dash. It would hide that needle.
It will hide the needle.
Mm-hmm.
You know you were driving fast.
Man. Okay.
Nava, what else? I think Nava got caught in looking Nava backyard. You see a blue Ford Torino,
And that was yours.
1970.
That was yours?
That was Howard's original.
Right.
I bought it from Howard. Well, I used it from Howard.
And it's still in Cousin Nava yard right now.
Yeah.
That's by the school.
Past the school.
Past the school, right past the school, bro. On Old Lake Road.
It's
Still
You
there.
run the sharp curve on the Old Lake Road.
Where he rate at?
Oh.
The last rate. Right there.
A little bit further down.
What year was that?
That was 70.
1970.
The Cougar was a 1974.
Wow.
Cougar was 1974. The Capri was 1973. And the Buick Regal was 1985.
It was an 83.
83.
83
I have a
Buick.
question. What was that story about that one car? It had writing on the side. Mr. something.
Mr. Capri.
Mr. Capri, that was his
Yeah.
Capri.
That
What's the
was
story
light
about
blue.
it?
He told me not to say nothing about it when I say he outran the car.
Say it anyway. Go ahead, tell the story. What happened?
Yeah, he had that Mr. Capri on the front of his car. It say Mr. Capri. Cop got him behind him. He ran. He ducked the car, but he didn't stay back long enough. He come back out. Cop get him when he come back out. He said, man, it wasn't me. He said, yes, it was you, because I seen that Mr. Capri sign on
I was right there little.
Man.
Got him right in the tail. That Mr. Capri, he told him to.
The double highway used to run after past Victolic and in there.
Yes, sir.
Go back to 2 lanes.
Mm-hmm.
Go around the curve. Like, you know, the old highway. You see the old highway going through there.
Right.
I used to go back to 2 lanes.
Man.
All right. As soon as you get in 2 lanes and get around that sharp curve, make a left and go back out to the Mount Misery Road.
Yes, sir. By
Alright.
Dollar General over there. Full line.
Yeah. And
Sure, you seen my
I went up
in
another road,
in the
come
way.
back around
I
behind
can't find
the
it.
got behind the trailer park.
I
And the
think it's
trailer
got
park fought
about
behind the cop.
60
I
something.
saw the cop shoot back.
Oh, something.
He went by that road, then he went back down the road by Leland School.
Oh.
That comes out right there by the post office. Old used to be the old post office.
Man.
And then he turned, went up and went down the road by Lincoln School.
If he'd have stayed here, he'd have been all right. But he come
I
out, they
figured
thought the cop was
If I would turn
gone.
around and if I would turn down there and went on come on back home, I'd have been all right.
Yeah.
But he went down that road and came back down the other one, and then was starting back down the other one, and I had done pulled back out. I was on Mount Misery Road then, down there by Phoenix, and that's where you got me.
Okay. How fast you think you were going that day?
70.
Okay. It was in the 55 though. Alright, so man, that's alright. Talk about the story where you was right here by the church and you was racing and at that talk about that one with Uncle Mike.
Uncle Pete, it was Uncle Pete and Uncle Mike.
Okay.
You know how he like to play.
We wasn't racing.
Well, yeah, they were. Buddy was supposed to go around the curve with. Instead of him going around the curve, he went through the dirt road.
We come down the road.
And see,
past
when he
the church.
coming down the dirt road,
Past the
when
church,
Pete
got
come
me.
around there, he was going so fast, he couldn't go. He couldn't go around that curve. He got over in the ditch. And me and Greg ran all the way from Whippendale up there.
That's by the
to
school,
check
from the
on
school to the
Pete.
church.
To check on
That little
Pete.
store used to be a
The store
little
right there.
store right there. A little store
right
beside
beside
the
the
elementary.
Yeah.
Right
Yellowstone,
across
yeah.
from Otterino.
Yeah.
It was a Whippendale.
They ran from the Whippendale to the
Me and
to
Greg up that
the,
way.
to the church to the
Sharp
dirt
curve
road.
after you pass the church.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to go, like I say, he was
If I had
supposed to
kept
go
on
around the
straight down the
curve.
dirt road, it'd been all right.
Right.
And they could have made the curve,
Mm-hmm.
but I made the curve. I turned the curve, then I stopped. They had nowhere to go.
No, you went through the dirt road. You were supposed to go around the curve, and you went through the dirt road by you going through the
I
dirt
stopped.
road. It had too much speed when he went around that. He had to come the curve, and when he had to take the curve, the thing went over in the ditch.
Jumped up on the shoulder.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we run all the way from Whippendale
Watch this one.
up there. I couldn't hardly breathe when I got up there. My asthma was acting up.
I mean, if you run half a mile, I think anybody asthma will act up. All right, so have you ever been drowned before?
Been what?
Drowned?
No.
Never been drowned
No.
in the 50-gallon barrel.
No.
Okay.
They held me up. And tried to put me in there. And Uncle Stanley come
They
there and
was gonna
stopped it.
drown him.
Uncle Stanley come there and stopped it.
What was that about?
I set the field on fire.
Wait, what? Oh, wow.
Over there, where Uncle Mike used to stay,
Yeah.
the White House.
Yeah.
We was over there playing with matches.
Oh,
Me and Greg and Joe.
And you
Joe
said,
Nathan, the one I went to the party the other night.
Yeah.
And made the field caught on fire. And I come back here.
you
and
ran.
like nothing happened.
That bitch beat that bitch beat Greg and Joe. And then your dad, Papa came home and stayed for a little while. And he had no better sense to try to go back over there.
I went back over there and then
That's when they wanted to drown
And they
him.
was gonna try to drown me in the barrel. Uncle Stanley come there
He said,
and
"Mom, what y'all doing?"
stopped
Oh, my
them.
goodness. I wouldn't have.
You
You
almost
wanna
ain't had
be
no
here.
granddaddy.
What?
You almost ain't had no granddaddy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Uncle Mike, Uncle Pete, that you see all the time.
Yeah.
Tried to drown Papa.
No,
No,
Joe.
Mike, no.
Oh,
And
sorry,
Greg,
sorry,
Uncle
sorry.
Greg and
Joe
Joe.
Nathan and Greg.
Sorry, Uncle
Uncle
Greg.
Greg.
Uncle Greg
Uncle Greg.
tried to drown Papa.
He still acts like.
Hey, ask him about it one time. Ask him.
I am down.
Just ask him one day. One day, just ask him. Did you try to drown my granddad?
You trying to drown my papa?
Just ask him. Yeah, just ask him one day.
For real. That's one of the best ones though.
That's crazy.
Sorry, Papa. Yeah. All right. So this question. Okay. So before this interview, I asked people around if they had any questions for y'all, and Mama asked some questions, and Lewis had some questions. My mama questions were, what were your parents like growing up?
What was it like?
Yes, ma'am. Granddaddy Tito and Grandma Adele. What were they like?
My mama did a lot of cooking. My daddy go in the woods and take them boys, and they would cut trees down. So, and they had to cut them up for firewood. But they was coming up there one day. It was like sleeting or snowing, and he had the wood pole on his back of his shoulder, and the boys was behind the wood holding the wood. They dropped that wood and knocked your granddaddy out.
What?
Great
He
granddaddy.
stayed in the hospital for a week. Almost died. That pole hit
Not
him.
me.
Your great granddaddy.
Yeah.
Granddaddy
Come on,
Tito.
Granddaddy
Granddaddy.
Tito.
Mhm.
Stayed in the hospital for about a week.
What?
He sure did.
So we used to have to. When it got cold,
You're
before it got
really-
cold,
My uncles are crazy.
when it got cold,
Mm-mm.
Mike, Pete,
All
I'd
of
help
them.
him out.
Yeah.
I'd help him out, and we was right back here behind Mike and the house. We go back there and we cut a truckload of wood. We had a big red, a red truck that Mike had. We take that truck and carry it down the wood, then we fill it up with wood. Cut it up, cut the trees down, then cut them up, then bring the truck out,
Where'd
load it
y'all,
with wood.
where'd y'all use the wood for?
Burn,
We had
Heater.
wood
and
heaters.
heat the wood heaters.
I forgot.
But in the house,
And
they're
I,
setting fires to wood to heat
that's
up.
the only way we could heat. That's the only way we could heat room. We had a big
just like
old heater.
It was like a fireplace on thing. It was a heater enclosed.
Mm-hmm. That was heater
Put the wood
enclosed.
in there, and close the door.
And
And
I
had something on
come,
that bottom where you catch a draft. Where we catch a draft to keep the fire going.
Y'all want?
I come home one day from school. When I got to the house, when nobody there but me, I was cold. So I was gonna make me a fire so I could get
Oh
warm.
gosh.
And I put that, what I put in there, kerosene or something in the hot ashes. That thing would just rolled up, hit, fringed my hair right on crows.
You
And
never supposed, you never
And,
supposed to do that. Never
I ain't
cast
made a
in on
fire
gas.
since. I said I'll freeze from now on before I make a
Oh, my
fire.
goodness.
Sop my hair, it swings it all the way across. I ain't made no more fires. That was my last fire.
Smart decision.
Yeah.
You gotta remember this stuff, bro. Watch this one. Alright, so was there ever a building, a 2-story building back there?
A pack house.
A pack house.
That's what we
What's
call
a pack house?
it. Was just a house where they put tobacco in it and different stuff. And Papa had a pool table up in the top, on the top.
A pool table inside the pack house?
Mm-hmm.
On the second floor?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So it was wide open.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't nothing on the floor.
Right, right.
And we used to go out there and
It was
shoot
2
pool.
levels. Ground
You
floor.
used to? You used to play
Yeah.
pool.
Mhm.
I can see that. You are?
She used to play spades.
That's so crazy. I can see you playing.
It had 2 levels. The
That's
pack house had 2 levels in it.
Pool.
And then it had a freezer in there too.
Y'all had a freezer in the pack house?
Yeah, it had a freezer in there.
Mm.
Ran a plug from the back of the house
Oh,
back
yeah.
there to the pack house.
Mm-hmm.
It had it plugged up in there.
That was my mama's freezer after she died. I took it up again, put it in there, and it got burned up in there. We had about 4 or 5 bikes in there. All of them burned up, and it was a fire engine in there. We Trent had when she was a little girl. It got burned up. A lot of stuff got burned up in there.
I had a stereo system in there.
What?
Yeah, like a
Big speakers.
record player.
Oh,
Not a
yeah.
real big speaker.
Okay,
like that.
okay.
But they had speakers about like that.
Mm-hmm.
A record player. I got one upstairs now.
Mm-hmm.
And I had that in there. I had the speakers spread out upstairs up there. And I go in there and plug it up, play music.
Jamming.
Mm-hmm.
And
So,
and shooting pool.
Playing records. Records.
so when this place, you said pack, excuse me, when this pack house burned up, you wasn't home.
I was at Mr.
You was at
Lonnie's
Mr.
house.
Lonnie's. So tell me your story. What happened when you was at Mr. Lonnie's? What happened on your
I got
side?
a call
Mm-hmm.
saying the pack house was on fire.
Mm.
And asked me if I had been burning or anything. And I was in, it's that house right across the street from Reverend Suggs. That red brick house right there. And I come around the corner from behind the house and look this way. You can see the smoke going up in the air like that. I jumped in the car, flew back in, and got out there by the road and started trying to come up here to the fire, and they stopped me. They would let me get up there to it. I was trying to get up there to it, just trying to get anything out that I could.
Get it behind burnt up. Tasha, Aunt Tasha was here laying in the bed sleep.
She ain't know none of that. Was that
No, Mona, I seen Mona down to the store. Mona was down to the store. I stopped to the store right there. Mona said, "Steph, you know your pack house burned out." I said, "Huh? Yeah, it's on fire." Who that said they tried to come in and knock on the window and the door early and them not trying to wake Tasha up? She in the house sleep.
Did y'all think it was gonna spread to the house?
I wasn't here. I was at Mr. Lonnie's house. I was at Mr.
He
Lonnie's
come in the
house.
fire department and they sprayed that water.
Foam water, everything. They put it out. They come in, they put it out.
That's why they tell your daddy, your granddaddy don't like make no fire and leave it. You got to stay with
So
it.
that's what happened. He left the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
You said you don't remember leaving no fire though. Right.
He left the
It could have
fire.
been a spark. It could have been a spark or something. that
He
went up.
claimed it was out when
Ignited.
he left, but they say he started.
I believe you, Papa.
Me too.
I'm glad you do.
All right. So another story. You know this one though. Miss Jula. One day, I'm sitting in the house, me and Lil Lewis, and I just hear you go, "Oh," and rush out the house. What happened that day with the door that they had to replace?
What though?
Look.
At Miss Jula.
You talking? Oh
You
no,
found
no,
Miss
we
Jula
was
on the floor.
here. We was here,
Right.
and
Me and Lewis.
Cynthia came up. She had left her keys in there at the house. And Miss Eula had the doors locked. Nobody couldn't get in. So she said, she came in, "Buddy, I can't get in Mama's house." So he gonna jump out from running and track. Mika was right behind him. So I said, "I'm going over there too." They went round to the side of the house where the porch is. They tried to get in, they couldn't get in. I went to the front. I said, Lord, please give me strength to get in this house. I can hear me Jula hollering on the outside. Whoa,
It was bad.
I knocked the storm door, broke it. Then I broke the window. We broke it and went in the house. When I went in the house, Miss Eula was laying between them. Part of her was in the kitchen, the other part was in the hallway. And she was hiding. I went there and let Buddy and Cynthia and all of them in. She said, turn me over, turn me over. We can't turn you over because you might be broke something. Y'all gonna let me lay here and die. So they was telling Buddy, say, you better leave Step. Mess with Step, she be done beat your butt over here. Anybody can knock the doors over.
I've been fucked by whiskey.
Anybody go to two doors, the storm door and the window.
Mm-hmm.
You put you in karate lesson.
A lot of these stories sound crazy, but this one I was there for. I seen it with my own eyes. I seen it. All right, so another question that came from my mama is, what was it like being the only girl with, was it 7 brothers? Uh-huh.
It was rough. I played games, I played ball, whatever I seen them doing, I played ball, whatever. And then Uncle Matt got married and he met Aunt Bernice. And Aunt Bernice moved over there and she had a daughter, Speedy. And so that was the only contact I had with a girl then because all I grew up was boys. So we had a thing called a horse where you put the hog on when you kill it so you can gut him and we gonna play tug of war or something. Some of them got on one side or they gonna, we were pulling the things back and forth and we pulled it and fell over on the feet. She jumped outside and then running and crying. Bernice coming up, what y'all doing about me? Nothing.
Y'all said nothing.
We were playing, all of us was in there, we were playing it. It just fell on her. And she hauled buggy and told her mom.
Y'all still could have said that happened.
We wasn't doing nothing but playing.
Yeah, but
Sure did.
Okay. Now, this question came from somebody who's not important.
What you mean? I thought everybody was important.
This person is not important.
It is important.
Who isn't important?
Lewis.
just on camera.
He was important.
Simon says jump.
Them two, him and Lewis used to holler. They was the favorite. I'm the favorite. I say I don't have no favorites. All of you the favorites.
We might not be the favorite, but one of us is not important.
All both of them important. Don't believe how she.
Okay, so coming from this person who doesn't need to be named. His question is, did y'all have any problems earlier in y'all marriage years? Earlier in your marriage? When y'all first got married, did y'all have any problems back then? Or was it always butterflies and rainbows?
No, never. A marriage is a give and a take, or whatever. But you can't. You have arguments, you fuss, whatever, but you have to make that up. And I said, we had to think about, well, you know it take 2 people to make a marriage work. I said, no, that's wrong. It takes God first, and then the 2 of us. That's how we get along. That's how we make it. They said, I never thought of it like that. Yep, that's the way it was.
Your turn. Did y'all ever have problems earlier in your marriage?
I got a problem thing. we got to gripe about something else. I say what I got to say. She say what she got to say. Then if I didn't agree with it, I just get in the car and leave. Come back later. Everything over with. I ain't never argued.
That's when
I ain't never stand there and argue.
You just pick.
Just get up and leave.
That's them.
That's good up to me. Anybody else, I see. If you notice, anybody else, you don't see me stand. You ever see me arguing with anybody?
No, we don't do that.
I say what I'm gonna say. Let's go ahead. Everybody got their own opinion.
We only argue to the referees.
Right.
They argue with them.
They
Just
throw
tell
them out the
you
gym
just tell them
one
the
day.
point. Just tell them whatever the point is.
Did they tell you
Go
they
ahead.
throw them out the gym?
You got thrown out a couple gyms, didn't you?
One I know
Oh,
down at the
okay,
Williams
okay.
Township.
Yeah.
Township.
What happened?
Redneck country. Redneck country.
What happened in Williams Township?
In Williams Township, it was 4th place against 5th place team. East Columbus was 4th, not East Columbus. Acme-Delco was 4th place. Williams Township was 5th place. The winner got to go to the playoffs. The loser got to go home. And then we was playing in Williams Township. And they was calling in favor of Williams Township. Every call was in their favor. Everything was against us. And the man kept calling every time he called. I was sitting there arguing, saying, man, that man that called. That man that foul. I said, no. And I jumped up out my seat and walked down to the court, went around the court. They had a water fountain on the other side around there. I went around the water fountain, got some water right there, come back around, made another bad call. I jumped up and ran in, went down the sideline. I ain't going to court. I went down the sideline. And after a couple times, he said, you out of here. You out of here. It was cold. And I was supposed to go outside. I said, I ain't going outside. I told the deputies that. The referee called them over there. They escorted me out. I said, I ain't going out there now. It's cold out there and I ain't driving nothing. So I stayed right there in the little lobby area. I could still see what was going on in the game from there. That's where I stayed.
Did we end up winning that game?
No,
Yeah.
no. We lost that game.
Because the referees cheated.
Yep.
Welcome to Columbus County. Okay. His next question was, compare older marriages like yourselves to newer ones now.
Older marriage. Well, the older marriage stuck together. They didn't give up and leave, get mad and go and end up divorcing the other one. The new people mostly don't stay together. They stay together for a little while and that's it, they gone. That's the difference between the older people and the new people.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know why that's like that, but that's the way it was. But we were taught that you gotta give and you gotta take. You gotta work it out. Don't get mad and leave and say, I ain't coming back no more. It's over with.
Everything I said,
leave and come back. Problem solved.
everything I say ain't right. Everything she's saying right.
That's right.
You're gonna agree to disagree. You got to agree to disagree. And if you go get mad, go grab a gun or something else, do something else, then you done got yourself in trouble. You done got both families in trouble. Both families is upset. Or if you killed somebody, then you got to go to jail. Then the other family's holding you responsible for doing something other. Whereas if you had just took time and talked it out, or if you don't want to talk, you left. Let's get it right.
But you better keep one on you.
You don't have
You
to.
better leave
You
that
don't use
mess
You
alone.
don't use it.
You don't use it.
You use it
Last
as a
resort.
last resort.
What that somebody talking about? You want a gun? I said, no, no gun. I said, I'm scared of them. I don't even mess with them.
The best part about getting upset and arguing is making up. You make up, everything's all right then.
Okay.
You don't never see somebody argue when they're making up, do you?
Never.
All right.
Not one time. Alright, his last question was, why don't you think younger people getting married a lot? Hello, no. I wrote it down wrong. Why don't you think younger people getting married as much? now, or again, not getting married at all anymore?
They don't have the patience. They don't have the patience to give and take. One want to dish it all out and don't want to take nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to realize what you're doing, somebody else want to do too. And what you're doing might not be right. What you're doing might not be right.
Mm-hmm.
So what's to say that I'm doing something, and what I'm doing is right, and what you're doing is wrong?
You should make this a thumbnail.
Just give and take. I'll
Send that to me. I forgot about that.
I'll get a look out. I'll get a third opinion. You ain't got. You don't get nobody else in your marriage. You work it out. You don't get your parents in your marriage. You work it out. You and them.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Keep it between each other.
Right.
You don't remember this?
You don't bring them.
Can't see it.
You don't bring nobody else in there when you making up, do you? Now.
You right about that. You right about that.
Yeah.
What was I call myself doing?
Then you stop. You stop and look back. If you hadn't have made it up, you wouldn't end up with your children. No children.
A dish tray, wasn't it?
You don't plan all your children.
She said she had a dish
But
rag in her
you
ear.
appreciate all of them.
That's what kind of when I put that doggone gun in my hand and I was scared to death.
Oh yeah. And no children gonna be the same.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, even they're twins. They ain't gonna act the same.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone of them gonna have their own personality.
Mm-hmm.
But they're gonna meet at a certain goal. A certain line in there. And they'll still meet.
Yes, sir. I don't have many more questions for you. When we I can't even talk. When we finished our first interview, one of my questions were, what were one of your favorite classes? Some of your favorite classes. Now my question is for you, what were some of your least favorite classes?
I didn't like history or English. History. Because it was boring.
No.
Miss Lloyd used to have what you call Shakespeare. You ever heard that story?
Mm-hmm.
She talked so much about Shakespeare till I almost went to sleep in the class. Oh, boy. But I was good in math now.
Mm-hmm.
I was good in math.
You can add numbers in your head fast too.
Mm-hmm.
What's 67 plus 22?
I don't let you to go that way.
Yeah, she ain't the only one. All right, my next question for you is, who is Jesus?
He's the Son of God.
Where is he from? Well, who is he though?
He's the Son of God.
Mm-hmm.
He came from the Holy Spirit. Mary was a virgin. She never been with a man. And he gave her the Holy Spirit, went in. And that's how Jesus came in through the Holy Spirit. And he didn't do no wrong. He did nothing wrong. It was us doing the wrong. But God sent him here to save us and give us another chance at life. Because we were terrible after that. Well, Adam and Eve ate from that garden, and they weren't supposed to eat. And their eyes came open, and they could see, and they came through there. He said, "Where y'all at?" Of course, most of you probably knew where they was at. We were hiding. Why were you hiding? 'Cause we were naked. How you knew you was naked? They ate that fruit from that fruit, and they were supposed to eat the fruit. And that's how they knew it. So, man, they sin, and all that sin falls on us now. And none of us perfect. Ain't nobody who ever went this way with Jesus Christ that was perfect. We not perfect. We make mistakes. That's why he put repentance down here. So we can hardly sorry for our misdoings and ask him to forgive us and give us another chance at life. And see, if God hadn't sent his son Jesus, we couldn't have made it. And some of the things he went through, he took upon himself sin to help us out. We wouldn't have stood there We couldn't have made it with driving nails in our hand and our feet piercing us in the side and all that. And they spit on it. Did some everything they could do to Jesus. And he was a perfect man. He had no sin on him. We had the sin.
You got anything to add to it?
No.
She said it all, huh?
She said it all.
What are some of your favorite Bible verses?
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in the green path. I like that. And I like, it's a lot of them I like. Let's see. I like that one. And Proverbs and Psalms is good things in the Bible. Because Psalms will help you when you're going through a lot of things. They got a whole lot in there to let you know what to do and how to do it. Proverbs are just reverse it. They'll try to get you to do this and do that. Like they always saying an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But you can't do that because of the fact the Old Testament and the New Testament, the Old Testament, they taught you a lot of stuff. Like I say that eye for eye, to the eye, you get me, I'm going to get you. But when they went down into the New Testament, it switches around and lets you know what you're supposed to do. They say turn the other cheek. And if somebody do you wrong, that don't mean you go out there and do them wrong. Because two wrongs don't make it right. So you got to live to forgive and forget. And that's how you make it through life. There's a lot of scriptures in the Bible when you're going through like a whole lot of things. You can open the Bible, ask God to show you some scripture, and I clear. You open the Bible right to whatever you ask it. It'll happen.
Go ahead.
Another scripture. Honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days may be long upon the land. That means if they, whatever they do, they trying to do right by you. You honor them. You go ahead and you do what's right. If you don't like it, just turn your back and go ahead. But you don't do nothing. You don't resist them. If you say something I don't like, I can say nothing. Let's go my merry way. If I go back on you, just to use my dad, and I go back on you, that's affecting me. If you was right, and I can resist you, I'm gonna get the worst end of it. I might go back on you, but I'm gonna get the worst end of it. That's why I say honor thy mother and thy father. You look at these people living so long. Some people in the 80s, 90s, 100. Look at Mr. Harris show up there. 100.
Yeah, 100.
He's right at 100.
Yeah.
Right at it. Between 95 and 100.
Nick Euler would have been 104 if she'd have made it to April the 14th of 2018. She died in January. If she'd have made it to that April, she'd have been 104.
Yes, ma'am.
It's Joe Jacobs. Stay right there in that little house on the corner. She's 106.
You know, she went there old.
105.
Somewhere around 103, whatever.
Made 105.
No, that was that man up there. Mr. Tito them daddy. He was 105 or 106. What was his name?
Mr. Henry Shaw.
Yeah, he was old.
That was Mr. Harris. That was Mr. Harris Shaw granddad.
He was old, G-Ma?
He was old. He was old.
It's in the book. It's in my photo album. Mr. Henry Shaw, Mr. Harris Shaw, not Harris Shaw, Mr. Harris Shaw, granddaddy. That's Tito granddaddy. Tito Shaw granddaddy.
Wow, his
All
granddaddy?
the Shaws of them. That's
Wow.
Them know what the originals left, yeah.
All right, so my last question is, right now, during this day of age, a lot of people are saying Black history doesn't matter anymore. Slavery doesn't matter anymore. Racism doesn't matter anymore. So my question for y'all is, how do you feel when people say you don't need to dwell on racism and slavery because it's not the same anymore?
You learn from your past. You learn from your past.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back and investigate what happened in the past, you understand why we feel like we feel now. We ain't got no lash out at somebody now, but that's in the past. And the way they treated us in the past. Not necessarily us, but our ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
You look at roots. You look at roots. It'll make you mad.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the way that was reality back then.
Yep. Why? How do you feel when people say you don't need to dwell on racism and slavery?
Well, you take it like this. You're not supposed to dwell on it. You try to get over it. And the only way you can get over it, you can't dwell on it. Anything you dwell on, you ain't getting over it. We know we was done wrong down here. How they did it, we couldn't drink out the same fountain or nothing. We had to sit in the back and eat or whatever. Certain things we couldn't do because we were black. But you have to get over that, because that, if you hold that in your heart and keep dwelling on that, you might go out there and kill somebody for the wrong reason.
Well, let me rephrase my question now.
What's
Let me
that?
ask you this. Right now,
Mm.
I'm not going to say his name, but we have a president right now. And this president, there was an African American history museum in either Alabama, Mississippi, some other state besides North Carolina. And he petitioned and urged a lot of the people in his party to take down the museum because it doesn't matter. African history doesn't matter anymore.
That's his opinion.
That's his
Right.
opinion.
That's his opinion.
And also,
It's wrong,
That's
dude.
why
It's
the
wrong.
blacks fight against that.
mhm,
Democrats fight against that. You can't do nothing by yourself.
mhm,
He's in that seat and he's dictating down,
mhm,
and the ones doing it is the ones just listening to it.
mhm.
They ain't investigating why.
There's another thing. I don't know if y'all heard this yet, but there's a school. It's either Florida, Mississippi, or Alabama. It's one of those, I believe. I may be wrong, but regardless, the state said in their school systems they had the book. Roots is a book too. It's also not just a movie. You know the movie Roots. It's a book as well. And on the book Roots, they said there's one paragraph and one chapter in the whole book. It might be a 20 chapter book, 40 chapter book, I'm not sure. But there's one chapter that talks about something sexually inappropriate. And because of that one paragraph, they say they banned the entire book in the whole state. So now no students can check it out in the student library. They're banning the book of Roots in every library in that state. How do you feel about that?
That's denying you.
How do you feel about that?
I don't like it. I think they ought to let the blacks know about the history, because that's where they had things happen to them. And if they you talk the history, but you got, while you talking and telling them about how bad you was treated and stuff, you got to try to tell them, don't lash out. Because if you lash out and hurt somebody, your call might go to jail, and the other call might not never go to jail. So you just gotta learn how to take and leave it alone. The more you stir in stuff, the more it stinks. That's right.
What you say?
You gotta learn to take and give it and leave it alone.
The last
The
part.
more you stir in stuff, the more it stinks.
And stuff is poop. The more you stir poop, the more it stinks. Now, what is your take on them banning the entire book of Roots because of one paragraph?
That's a no-no.
Mhm.
They putting that, they describing that paragraph as what they wanted to say,
Mhm.
but it's not saying that. You got an interpretation of what something saying. I got an interpretation of what something say. Your interpretation ain't necessarily wrong because I don't agree with you. We can agree to disagree,
Mhm.
and that's not the right thing to do You gonna ban a whole book because of that? They don't want people to know. That's why they don't see them teaching black history in school as much. We used to stress black history. That's why black history had the whole month of black history. Then you can learn about what happened in the past with your ancestors. And if you notice, blacks created a whole lot of stuff. They don't give you credit. The blacks created it. And then if the white man got a chance to get over on the black man, he say he put it this place. Later on, he went back and republished it and under his name.
Mm-hmm.
The black man had the real copyright.
Mm-hmm. All right, so before we go, it might be some people that watch this video who don't know Jesus, or who never read the Bible before, or who's not saved. So before we go, do you mind praying for these people? Saying a prayer for them.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come tonight praying that we can all get along. There's so many people confused around that they don't understand, and they had so much hatred built up in their body till you really can't tell them what to do. You have to sit down, talk to each other, and tell them, please give it up, because so many people are dying. Innocent people dying, and some living that caused the violence. But we can't hold that against them, God, because only you got the hand. You only can do the things that you do. We cannot do nothing. We can't save nobody. We can't do nothing to nobody. But without you, Lord, if you ain't in the picture, it's not going to be done right. We're asking you, God, to come in that picture and teach us the love, that agape love. That agape love meaning you can love in spite of how you treated, what's said about you, what's done to you. If we can get that godly love to each other, we'll be a better world today and won't be so much hatred as in the world. I say, y'all love, you know, was treated wrong. But you still got to ask God for the strength to carry us through whatever we got to go through. Amen.
Amen. So, is there anything you need to ask? Because it's over. You sure? Are there any shout outs y'all would like to make?
The only shout out is peace. Let us have peace. Because without peace, it's just torment. So we want to have peace, that we can get along down here.
Yes, ma'am. There any shout outs you would like to make?
Listen to each other. Don't jump to conclusions. You have an opinion. I have an opinion. We have to meet in the middle. Now your turn.
You got any shout outs you would like to make?
Shout out to my family. Love y'all all. Yeah. Peace.
That's it.
All right.